training. So if you don't understand the first class, you cannot understand the second class. And one more thing is you need regular practice. So that is the only way you can remember, because it's not a theoretical session, it's a totally practical session, and 80%
The
of
voice is cracking.
1 minute, Jyoti.
Your voice is not clear.
1 minute, yeah. So, Jyoti, are you using headphones? Jyoti, are you using headphones?
Yes.
Okay, Kiran, can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Kiran, Kiran, can you
Hey,
hear me?
your voice is still low, Sridhar.
Oh, is it? It is in high volume.
Your
Yeah.
voice is not so much clear.
But I increase my volume. I hope it should be good.
I don't think it's a problem with the volume. I guess the headphones. Um, if you
I
could switch to.
yeah. I'm near to my head. I mean, it is, just now I had a session. So I'm just recording this session for you, so I can send you the recording to you like the once the session is over. So in our first session, we'll discuss about what is JDeveloper, what is the configuration we have to do it for the purpose of developing the pages, okay? And then we'll see a few samples, like a very easy sample, hello world. And as you both of them are not from Java background, so I'll cover up some basic Java examples also to understand like how do you use the Java programming in the OAF framework. Okay, so this configuration is one of the very much important steps, and this is a place where most of the developers waste a lot of time in configuring it. But once we know what is the procedure we have to follow, so then it becomes very easy for you to understand what is the configuration we have to follow. So the first thing is what is the version of JDeveloper you have to get it. So the first step, what we are going to discuss is what is the version. Because in the market, if we observe, we have a different set of Oracle e-business versions, and based on the e-business versions, based on your Oracle ERP version, we have to get the appropriate JDeveloper software. Now, but who will tell you what is the version you have to go with? So the information is totally available in the My Oracle website, like Oracle support. So Oracle support will have a document saying clearly, based on your EBS version, what is the developer software you have to get it. So this is the software is provided in a zip format. The software is provided in zip format. And one more thing is this particular software is only available from the Oracle support website, not a public Oracle download. It is not available normal download. It is available as a patch in the Oracle support website. Now I'll show you like what is the way I have my software now. If you see like just see this one. So now if you see this particular zip file, C underscore something, right? So this is one of the zip files which is provided as a JDeveloper software. P69 something archival generic. So in your case also, based on your ERP version, you have to get the appropriate zip file and then you just need to extract. We extract the software, this particular set of folders will be there in this one. If you extract the zip file, you have these set of folders. Okay, so just type in the chat window if you have any doubts. Okay, I just kept you on muted. Just type in the chat if at all if you have any issues. So now once you get the zip file, you just need to extract, and the zip file will contain three folders. As I said, it will have a JDev documentation, JDev bin, as well as JDev home. So these are three folders which are available. I just kept in uppercase and camel case, but this is in a totally small case. JDev home, JDev documentation, as well as JDev binary. So here the JDev documentation will have the documentation about the Java APIs of OAF. And coming to the JDev bin, the JDev bin, nothing but JDev binary. JDeveloper binary will have the binary files, nothing but APIs, nothing but libraries, jar files, which are necessary for the JDeveloper software itself to run. Coming to the JDev home, this is the place where the developer will write the source code of your program. A source code or a compiled code will be available Kiran, then I don't have any other alternate as of now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you properly.
Yeah, for some reason I'm not. Honestly, it's not at all clear.
Jyoti, can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir. The voice is not so much clear, sir. He's right.
Okay. Well, then I don't have any alternative, then I have to suspend the session today.
You're actually losing the concept when you are speaking out, right? When you are giving the introduction about the subject, we are losing the subject. We are hardly trying to concentrate on what you are saying, but it's really hard for me to concentrate and get the subject what you are saying.
Okay. Well, then better we'll suspend the session today. Okay. And then we get some new hits again. But just now I had a session. I have multiple sessions from the past. Just now, 1 hour back, I had a session. Yesterday also I had a session. But anyway, not a problem. I'll try to write the same logic in the Java also. Now let me compile. Now here, when you run the program, the compilation as well as execution are happening in the same step, right? The compilation as well as execution are happening in the same step. Now
Yeah.
let us go to Java now. Okay, let's go to Java. Okay, so I have big number of things. I just remove them. Okay. So now, if you observe, like this is how the JDB looks like. But now we are using SQL developer for writing your PL program, and we are using JDeveloper software for writing the Java program. Okay. Now, what is the hierarchy we follow? We cannot write the program directly. See, in the SQL developer, we just written our anonymous block kind of code. And now, if you want to write a Java program, I'll be using JDeveloper software. There are a number of ways you can write a program. See, even if you want to write a PL SQL program, you can use SQL Developer, you can use Store, or maybe you can use your normal SQL plus jump to prompt also, right? Now, Java programming also, there are a number of editors which are available. For Java purpose, we have JDeveloper, we have Eclipse, we have NetBeans, and now in our case, we'll start with our JDeveloper software to write our Java program. The first thing is we have to create workspace. We have to create workspace, then we have to create a project, then we have to create our sample Java program. Okay. The first thing is we have to create a workspace because this is software, this particular IDE, integrated development environment. So it will have its own way of writing a program. So now go to JDeveloper. Here I'll just create new application. So I'll just go with my sample. Okay. Okay. Now I just create an application as a project. Now let me write a program. I just click on new.
There one quick question. So
Yeah.
when you say new application, does it mean uh, can you go back to the notepad?
So here
Yeah.
workspace.
When you say new application, is it the workspace? Okay.
Correct. Correct. I will repeat this all things again, okay? But as of now, just our concentration is just to write a program, okay? But as of now, yes, what is the hierarchy is workspace or application both are same, then the project, then your program. And here actually one more hierarchy also comes into picture, that is called package. Okay? One more hierarchy comes into picture, that is called package. You have workspace, you have a project, then package, then your program. So package and program are in almost same level. Same level. But let me show you. Let me show you again. So now I just created workspace or application, then a project. Now what I will do is I'll just create a program, right click on this project, click on new, and I'll click on Java class. I will click on Java class. Click on OK. Now if you observe here, it is asking what is the package structure. It is asking what is the package structure. What I will do is I'll just mention some package structure. Package is nothing but folder structure in which you want to store the program. It is just a simple folder structure. Now just type xxcvs.article.apps.fnd. This is my package structure. And here I just mentioned my program name, sample Java. See here the package name, the package structure can be anything, but bear with me, I'll show you what is the logic is all about. And just check this method also, generate main method. Now click on OK. Now if you observe, on the top can you observe the address bar where the file is getting stored? C colon jdev in my work sample workspace. Can you see? C jdev bin, right? Jdev my work, and that is the sample application and sample project, and then SRC. Can you see now? XXCUS, Oracle, apps, FND, WebUI, and then our program. Hello?
Yeah,
Hmm.
we are seeing.
Okay. Now, so now the basic thing now what we have understood is what is a package. Now you understood what is a package.
Yeah.
Package is nothing but let me write one-to-one convention between the Java as well as PL SQL. Now this is our Java, and we'll write PL SQL also here. Now don't we have a package convention in the PL SQL? Yes. Package means folder structure here. Generally in the PL SQL you have something called schema, right?
Right.
Hmm.
So in which schema you are creating an object. That is what your logic in the PL SQL. But in our Java, in which package you are considering? What is the package structure? That is what we try to follow. And coming to other thing, the basic thing, like here I have a, what is the, if you see, I just have a lot of syntax, but don't observe all those things. Let me tell you. Now the first thing what we discuss is package structure. Let me increase the font. And then this is class. This is class is nothing but a package. In a Java, I call it as class, but in a PL SQL, you can call it as a PL SQL package. In a Java, we call it as class. The top level component in a Java program is always class. So in a Java, we're calling it as class. In a PL SQL, we generally call it as PL SQL package. Got it? Now here I mentioned public class sample Java. What does this mean? It's nothing but my package. It's nothing but package. So don't consider this package. In a PL SQL terminology, I'm telling it as package. Class in Java is equal to package in PL SQL.
Okay.
Got it? Class in a
Hmm.
Java, this class in a Java is equal to PL SQL package in PL SQL. Correct?
Hmm.
Now, here we have some more thing. We have one more, this thing I call it as, this thing is nothing but your method. This is nothing but your method. This is called method. So what is the method? Method is equal to function in PL SQL. The syntax for a method is, we'll have something called public, return type, and followed by our method name and parameter. This is the logic. This is the syntax of a method in a Java. A method in a Java is equal to your function in a PL SQL, and there is no concept of procedures in a Java. We just have a concept called method. Nothing but equal to your functions in a PL SQL. Okay? Got some
Hmm.
idea?
Okay. Yeah.
Function in PLSQL.
Yeah. Now the next question is like here, how do you compile it? How do you run it? Now the source code of my program is .java. The source code is .java file. But in your PL SQL, what is the source code? It can be a .sql, or it may be .pks, or maybe a .pkg. It can be anything, right? The source code of a program can have any file extension. There is no mandatory restriction on the PL/SQL area, but in a Java we have a restricted file naming convention that should be .java only. Got it?
Hmm.
Okay. Now the next thing is now here in a Java, like not only in Java, in most of the programming languages, the execution of the program will be always two steps. The execution of the program is always two steps. In a PL/SQL, what is the execution? Like when you write a package, when you perform compilation, what will happen? The compilation, the compilation will generate a P code, right? And this particular P code will be executed by the PL/SQL engine. So in a Java terminology, dot class code is equivalent to your P code in the PL/SQL. Dot class code is an intermediary code. It's an intermediary code in Java, which you get it after compilation. And the same thing in a PL/SQL, you'll get a P code after performing compilation on your PL/SQL program. It can be a package, procedure, or function. You'll get a P code. But when you write a runnable block, the P code and the execution will be done a single step. That's a different story. Okay? Got some idea?
Yep.
Now, how do you perform compilation here? In our Java, so if you want to perform compilation, just simply right click here and click on make. So this,
Okay.
when you click on make or rebuild, it will generate dot class code. It will generate dot class file. Just simply click on make. Now can you see? It says successful compilation. It says successful compilation here. But where is the file? Where is the dot class file? I'll show you that. If you see here,
What is the difference between make and rebuild?
the difference between the make as well as rebuild is so make will compile only changed files. Now, when you're writing a program, if you have multiple files, like generally, what is the convention we follow? It's kind of a total library kind of thing you do. Nothing but let us say on a project level, if you perform right click here and click on make. So now what should happen? It will try to compile only those files which are changed because in a project we can have any number of files because that developer software has to know it, right? When you click on a make at the package level, sorry, at the project level, when we right click, when you perform make operation on the project level, what should happen is it will try to compile only those files which are changed. It will compile only changed files. But when you click on rebuild, it will compile all files. It will compile all files irrespective of whether what is the latest compilation of them.
Okay.
Okay. Now here, if you see the expansion of this application source, it simply shows the package structure like this. This is our package structure. Now we have a workspace, we have project, and this is the package structure. In the package, we have a file. That is what I was telling you.
Got it.
Now, so I will just compile. Where is our class file? That will be available in the my classes folder somewhere here. So just navigate here. Navigation will take some time to understand, but I'll clearly tell you next time. So now we have SRC folder. This is a place where you're storing the source code, and we have a classes folder. Just double click on the classes, so it will show you the dot class file. Can you see?
Hmm.
So now this is a compiled code of your Java. Now what I will do is I just want to, in our case, we want to print some particular value, right? Similar to your hello world program of PL/SQL. Now the remaining skeleton is we have to follow by default. The remaining skeleton by default we have to follow because like in a PL/SQL we have a begin statement as well as end statement, which is a mandatory. In a PL/SQL we have begin as well as end, which is a mandatory. In our Java, this public class is mandatory. Public class is mandatory whenever you write a program. This public class, your program name is always mandatory. And even if you observe, your program name as well as class name both are same and both should be same. If you try to change it, it will give compilation error. Can you see? Automatically gives an error. Now,
Got it. Yeah.
now I just want to print the hello world program, hello world statement. Hello. What? Yeah, okay. So just simply right click here, and you can also right click here and click on run. So what is the run option will do is it will compile as well as execute. It will perform compilation as well as execution in a single step. Just click here, and we should see the output. And here it is not showing. Let me show you that. The editor sample would, yeah, this is a place. Can you see? You got the information. Hello world, this is my Java program. This is statement we are printing, right? This is similar to your DBM software. The system dot out that, yeah.
So you click only that system output went in and hello world, this may be Java program. Only right click over there and run, no? For compilation of that line.
Yeah, compilation is, see, that is what I was telling you. Here, if you observe, we know what is make, what is rebuild and run. So this run, what it will do, it will perform compilation plus execution also. Even if you don't compile initially, let us say you have not compiled. I'll show you that example also. If you observe, let us say I will delete this file. I will delete this file. Now we don't have the dot class file. When you try to execute, now I will directly click on run. I will directly click on run and see the output. See, now it is saying some error, right? Generally, it has to perform compilation also, but here it is not working. Let us say I'll click on make. Now it will generate a class file. Refresh. What happened? Okay, click on rebuild. See, Kiran, if you observe what it is happening, it is not regenerating, right? It is not regenerating. Why? Because the source code was not changed, and it is not generating the file. What I will do, I'll click on rebuild. I'll click on rebuild.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. So you already created the file and you deleted it, right?
Yeah. Now, without changing, when you're trying to click on make, it is not regenerating because there was no change, so it's not regenerating. But what I have done now, I will click on rebuild, so it has rebuilt everything irrespective of the change.
Okay. So if you make any syntax errors in the system.out.print line, so
Uh-huh.
will it give you what kind of messages on this?
Yes. Now we'll go.
Let's say
Can you see?
yeah, if you just remove
Now,
yeah.
one more thing is, he did not get into compilation error at all because before itself it will give red color error for you. See, automatically it gives you red color mark saying something is missing. Can you see?
Okay.
Even in the PL, your SQL developer also sometimes tells you, right? Let us say if you don't give semicolon, sometimes can you see it gives a red color underline. It gives a red color underline, right? So you heard it. So now just give it and run it. Okay. Now, one more simple thing. Let us say if you want to declare a variable, what is the way you can declare? Let us say if you want to say v underscore name, var this is what we do, right? Now, okay. Now, if you want to print this value, what we have to do? We just need to write output underscore line. Correct? We just got this somewhat, this value. Now I try to write the same particular sample into Java. Now here where we can declare a variable. So we can declare a variable inside a method. These are methods, right? This is one method and this is another method. And one more thing I forgot to tell you. So here when you execute a program, the first method which it will call you is main method. The first method which it will call you is the main method.
Sridhar, can we use our own naming conventions instead of main?
Yeah. So coming to there, when you write a program, you can write any number of methods, but main is always necessary. Without having a main also, you can have a Java program, but it takes some.
Main for use purpose of variable.
No, no,
Main string type.
no.
Hello?
Now, 1 minute, 1 minute. So when you write a PLSQL package, see, in a PLSQL package, let us say you have a 5 method. Can you tell me which, let us say you have a 5 procedures and you have a 5 functions. Now with a PLSQL, like when you perform compilation or when you are executing, we cannot execute independent procedure or function, right? We cannot execute independent procedure or a function from a PL SQL. We have to call package name dot procedure name or package name dot function name, and even if we have to explicitly tell which procedure you want to call it. But in the Java, it is not like that. Even if your program is having any number of methods, now we have a package, right? This is a total package. Even let us say I have this method one, this method two. This is also one of the methods. This is generally called as constructor. This is method 1, and this is my method 2. Now, what will happen even if you have multiple methods, when you run a program, the first method which will execute is your main method. So main method is starting program in the Java. Main method is starting execution method in the Java. By default, that will be executed.
The main must be there at any cost. We should not change that method to naming convention of main.
So one more thing, but main is must, but it is not. We can also write a Java program without main method, and still it is a valid one. I'll tell you the reason also, but let's give me some time. Now let me finish this particular variable sample, then I'll tell you that sample. Now in our case, I just want to declare a variable, so I simply I'll declare a variable here, int or maybe a string. I'll say, so here we have to use double quotes. Single quote will not work. We have to use double quotes. Okay. Now, if you want to print the value of this particular my name, what I have to do? Simply is your system.out.println. I'll say my name is, and here we have to use for concatenation. We have to use plus symbol. We have to use plus symbol. Now run the program. And one more thing, if you observe, I just simply click on run. It performs compilation as well as execution at the same time.
Right.
See, to understand one more thing, I'll tell you again.
So I have a query, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So public static void main string, and what is the meaning of this line?
Yeah, wait, I'll tell you. See, now here, this is a method name, right? So now here, what is the method name here? Our method name, this main is nothing but method name. Public static void. So as of now, you can ignore what is public static. I'll tell you later. But here, what is the void? So void means return type, of is return type, and that is the value which is getting written from the method. See, every function has to return a value, right? In our PL SQL, every function has to return a value. But in our Java case, we don't have procedure as well as function. What we have is just a method. The method will have the functionality of procedure as well as function. Nothing but a method. In a method, always you have to return a value. But if you don't want to return a value, just mention void. Just mention a void. If you don't want to return a value, we have to mention it as void. And coming to the main is nothing but method name. Main is a method name. And what is the string argument all thing is? These are nothing but parameters. The parameters.
Okay.
String argument is the parameter. Or ARGS is nothing but the argument name, nothing but parameter name. And string is the
Void means not returning any value, no? Void means not returning any value.
Right. But that is also one of the data type. That is also another data type. Because we have to
But
mention
in case if you return a value that time,
then you have to mention the appropriate data type. Like maybe it can be an integer, it can be a string, it can be date, many things.
Achha.
Similarly, same thing. Your PL function is level, same thing. Okay. Now, what I will do is I'll to have better understanding. Let me create one more programming without any main method. Then you'll have a clear understanding. Now, as of now, I have main method here, but I will create another program without having any main method. Just observe here. Then what I will do here, I'll perform right click at the package level because I want to create. Let us say that I want to create a package. Let us say that I want to create a program in another package, not in the same package. Nothing but different user. Observe like when you can create a program in schema 1 or schema 2 based on your real time, based on your requirement or a client requirement or maybe your database design. Now in our case, let us say I want to create a new program in another package, nothing but in another folder. So I'll perform right click on my project and here Java class. Now here what I will do, I'll just remove this one. I don't want to go with XXCS. I want to go with XX, some other name. XS client. Okay, I want to go with another package structure called XS client, and same thing. XS client or class FMD and AVI, same thing. And here I'll say second Java program. So this is my program name. And here if you observe, this is my program name, this is my folder structure, and here this case I don't want to create a main method. I don't want to have a main method, but still it's a valid program. I'll show you. So click on OK.
Name is the name is fixed length
Which
when
one?
you enter the name.
No, you'll have appropriate naming convention categories like a 32 number, 32, what you say, the maximum size will be 32, something like that, 32 bytes. So now here, in this case, if you observe, we have the second program in the XS client package. We have second program in the XX client package. Now here, what I will do is, let us say I want to write some program. Let us say public. This time I'll say string is my return type, and greet me is my method name, and I will pass string as input parameter. I will pass string as a input parameter. And the greeting message, what it will return use, like here, I'll just do my logic here. Greeting message is equal to, let us say, okay. Now I'll perform this concatenation, and what I will do, I will return this particular greeting message. I have to return like this. So now can you see? Now this is my method. This is my new method which I created in my second Java programming, and I don't have main method also. I don't have main method. But now we can perform only compilation. We cannot execute this one. You see here. Let us
Greeting message, is that a variable?
yeah, this is a variable.
Okay. You're taking the message into variable, and what is the plus username? What do you get in the username?
It's concatenation. Concatenation. Here I'm passing username, right? So this method I'm passing my username, and return type I'm returning what I'm returning is I'm returning some greeting message concatenated by the provided username.
Okay, that's a parameter. Username is a parameter.
Right. So here if you observe, ignore the public, it's a return type, right? And return type, method name, and followed by
Okay.
parameter. This is the syntax. It's almost similar to PL right? But in the PL you have something like function, parameter, then lastly you will have return type. In the PL what you will have? Like you will have function keyword, and then your function name, and you have parameter, then you will have return type. Something like that. A little bit syntactical different. Logically, functional device is almost same.
Yes.
Okay. Now here, this particular
That's a
program.
good answer. Sir. Second, that string greeting message, that thing also shows.
Sorry.
String greeting message you have written, no?
Yeah, yeah. So now here, let's see.
What is the difference?
So this return is nothing but your return in the normal PL SQL. I'm returning a string value, right? I am returning a string message from this program. So this is what our program. See, better let me show you in a function first of all, then I'll show in a Java. Let me write a PL SQL function, then I can show in a Java first. Okay? Let us I'll open my function. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now got compiled. Now if you want to execute what I have to do?
Mention greeting complete.
1 minute. it?
Hmm.
You got the output?
Yes.
Now,
Yes, you got
I
it.
just want to implement the same program in the Java.
Hmm.
So now
Gotcha.
it is almost similar right now. If you see, let us say, I'll copy here for your understanding purposes, or just I'll place in a comment. I'll place in a comment. Now, if you observe, I have my
Yes.
function keyword, but we don't have any special keyword here function. Now, I have my function name. I have my greet me here. I have my greet me here.
Hmm.
I have my greet me here. I have parameter here. I have my parameter here. And I have my return
Hmm.
type at last, but I have my return type at the first. That is a little bit different.
Hmm.
I have my return type last and PL SQL, but first in the Java. Now I just declared some temporary variable. Yes, I declared one temporary variable. And then I assigned my value, a greeting message plus concatenated by followed by username. Here I provided my piping
Hmm.
symbol, but here I have my plus operator. So this particular
Hmm.
here, this particular symbol is equal to plus in a Java.
Gotcha. Simple.
This is the difference. Now, if you want to invoke this program, let us say now here I don't have if you now here in this program I can perform only compilation. I cannot execute this method because I don't have main method. If you don't have main method in in the Java program, you cannot execute. You can only compile. If you don't
Hmm.
have main method in a Java program, we can only compile. We cannot execute. Then what I will do is
Hmm.
I want to use this particular program as a library. Let us say I'll perform make it works perfectly, but when you click on run, it gives an error. And if you can run, what it is saying, the target program is not
Hmm.
having main method. The target program cannot be started because it is not having a main method. So that is the issue it will give you. So that is the issue it will show you. Right. Can you see? The target program cannot be started as an application because the class second program does not have a main method. So now what I will do is, so in this one, now I just want to invoke this program. See, we have a valid program, it got compiled successfully, but why we are unable to execute this one because it is not having a main method. But now let us say I'll try to show you how we execute this method also. Now let us say I want to use this particular greeting message in another program. From the sample Java program, I want to invoke my second Java program greet me method. Now what is the logic we have to follow is now here what is our class name. The class name is second Java program is my class name. And now can you see it is asking us to import some library. What I'm saying is you can use that greeting message method as a library. Nothing but you can execute that particular greeting message from another program, but within the same program you cannot execute that one because it is not having main method. Now I want to execute that particular greeting message from my first program. So just press Alt Enter, it will import a library. See here now. I will have a greeting here. Now, I'll just simply print this one. Run it.
Hmm.
One quick question,
Yeah,
Charan.
yeah, yeah.
You are calling that second Java program dot Java class file, right?
Right.
What is that second Java program object?
Yeah. So coming there here now, we have in a theoretical scenario, if you consider, let us assume that we have some, but let us assume that before telling this one, let me clarify here. Let us say you have theoretical one API and theoretical two API. That are two packages. Now here I have a greet me message. Now if you want to invoke the greet me message in the theoretical one API, what is the thing you have to do? You have to simply mention theoretical dot greet me, right? So this will work perfectly in a theoretical environment. But in a Java
Right.
environment, it is not like that. Now, in our case, we have Java 1 program, we have Java 2 program. So in a Java 2 program, I have my greet me message. If you want to invoke the greet me message from Java 1, what I have to do is, if you try to call like this, Java 2 dot greet me, this particular syntax will not work. What we have to do is, we have to create an object. You create an object. So, but what is the way you can create an object? You just need to mention Java 2 Java object name is equal to new Java So what exactly this particular object is all about? So object is nothing but a variable. Object is nothing but a variable which will have a value, which for which a memory is allocated. In our Java terminology, if you want to use a method which is available in another API, first thing is it requires an object. Why does it require an object? Because it does not want to waste memory, and also until unless a memory is allocated, it will not execute the program. In your PLC terminology, what will happen is it will automatically execute this program, because until unless you execute, you cannot have the value of this, right? Until unless you execute, you cannot have the value of this one. But in the Java terminology, what it says is until unless I have an object, until unless I have an object of another class, I will not execute the method of that one. So that is why you require.
It's like declaring a new object for the Java 2 class.
Correct. So it is maybe if you are aware of arrays, arrays concept in your PLC, this is a concept it follows.
Mhm.
Until unless you have the
Okay.
memory allocated, it's nothing but initialization. It is nothing but you're allocating some memory for this particular Java 2 object, and now once you have the memory allocated for the Java 2 object, you can invoke the methods which are available inside it. The only extra thing what are we trying to do is we are just creating an object, and using an object we are playing around. Using an object is playing around.
Hmm.
Got it?
So it's a new object. So you have a new second Java program.
Here the syntax for this one is class. This is my class name, and this is my object name,
Hmm.
and this is
Hmm.
another syntax new followed by same
Hmm.
class name, and then parameters like this.
Hmm. Okay.
This is syntax for declaring an object, for creating an object. See, it is almost similar to your normal variable declaration. If you want to declare a variable, what we have to follow? Data type followed by variable name, right? The same thing.
Yeah.
Not much similar, not much difference. It's almost similarly. We just have a variable name. For data type, I have
Okay.
a variable name.
Uh, I follow you. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Now here, if you observe, now this yeah, here, let me write. Okay. Here and now done. Got it? So now we have got a greeting message, right? Greetings, welcome to Java
Hmm.
Room, Mr. or Mrs. Now, by this, if you see, we got to know what is class, we got to know what is object, we got to know what is method, and we have seen how do you pass a variable also, right? Now we are passing
Hmm.
a value, a variable Smith to another program, right?
Hmm.
Right? So this is a core Java programming, and we have, of course, we have some more concepts like a for loop and all those things also. Got it?
Hmm.
Yep.
So do you have time, or shall I show you one more sample, or shall I stop here?
I think I'm good. I mean, if you guys
Jyoti,
wanna continue, I'm
Jyoti,
okay to that.
Jyoti, do you have time,
It's okay,
or
sir. No,
sorry?
no, it's okay, sir. Up to this is okay, sir. If I
Okay, so I'll stop here.
I mean, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to go through with this again, so I don't want to get overburdened and don't want to miss anything. So, um, in the next class, I think it will be more easier if we just
Of
go
course,
through with this.
you just go
Uh,
to, yeah. So just go through these things and just try to, like even if you like if you want some theoretical information, just try to find out what is package, what is class, is all the things also. Okay.
okay, sir.
and just a quick question. So, do we have any recording sessions, or is this session will be recorded, or how? I mean, if you want to review it, how can we do that?
No, no, the session is recorded now. I'll send you the recorded file. But generally, like you will have an option to record it also. I'll just next time I'll enable that option for you so you can keep the recording. As of now, like
Yeah,
today, yeah.
I try to do that, but it shows that the session is being recorded, but I don't know how to get that recording session. So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. So I will enable that option. Next, I think, okay, I will enable the